My shoes meet the pavement with a sharper sound this morning. The ground is dry, the air clean, and there's no resistance in sight. My stride lands heavier than usual, though. I feel the impact run through my heel to my knee. I adjust, soften the next step. The correction happens quicker than the tension did. That's the moment force reveals itself. It's always noticeable. Precision is not.
The ember stirs, the morning calls. Curiosity moves through it all.
You're joining me on the Ember Walk, where curiosity meets motion. I'm David Dysart. Together, we'll take a few minutes to step through one idea that shapes the craft of enrollment. Force is usually the first instinct. You feel pressure, so you push. You see a gap, so you fill it. You sense urgency, so you accelerate. But most errors I've made in this work, at least, didn't come from moving too slow. They came from acting too hard before I understood what required the strike. Force tries to solve with energy. Craft solves with accuracy. Early in my career, I believed my job was to drive momentum. Project stalled? Push harder. Staff unclear? Well, speak stronger. Data lagging? Rebuild immediately. Those moves produced speed, but they also produced unintended damage. I created urgency before precision. I swung before I knew where exactly to aim, and when you strike metal too soon, you introduce cracks that take twice the energy and time to repair. My reaction to time pressure created gaps that strategy just didn't account for. The force looked effective in the moment. It failed later when the work needed to hold. Force fails first because it assumes that the material is already ready for impact. Precision begins with assessment. You don't strike until the heat is even. You don't accelerate until the motion carries intention. You don't correct until you understand what caused the deviation, whether it be of the standard kind or not. Striking early feels bold. Striking late feels disciplined. I've learned to ask one question before responding with pressure. Is this a moment for force or a moment for calibration? If I can't answer immediately, it's just about always a moment for calibration. Even 10 seconds of stillness and looking has prevented mistakes I would have spent hours correcting. And conversely, I've spent hours digging, rewiring, and clawing to fix a simple, rushed issue. Craft doesn't reward the first move. It rewards the one who moves correctly. Today, identify one area where you feel compelled to push harder. Before acting, ask if force is actually needed or if adjustment is required ahead of the motion. Pause long enough to actually recognize the difference. Let your spark speak, and let us know in the comments or DM me. What was that one thing? And how does it feel to find strategy in the stillness? Let your stride reflect what you already know. Power that arrives before clarity is noise. Motion that follows precision becomes strength. And that's the Ember Walk. The forge is yours now. Go make something worth the heat.
Step by step, the spark will talk. This is the end.